Hello everybody and welcome to another A+ 1102 course where I'm going to give you everything you need to know about this portion of the exam, this specific dot points within this specific exam objective, and then I'll give you questions at the end to give you an idea of whether or not you're ready to tackle the exam in relation to this specific exam objective, show you what the kind of questions are that you might be asked on your exam. Today we're looking at everything on this side, so OS requirements for applications, distribution methods, and other considerations for new applications. Should be a pretty breezy one, this one really. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. The first one, operating system requirements for applications. Application to operating system compatibility. Applications are designed to work with specific operating systems and their versions. So you need to make sure that your operating system is the correct operating system and does meet the minimum requirements when compared to the application you're trying to install. That's something important that you'll need to do. Installing an application on an incompatible OS can lead to various issues. So if you try installing a program designed for Windows 10 on a Windows 7 operating system, for example, you might experience failure to install or run the application, crashes, instability, or unexpected behavior, security vulnerabilities due to outdated operating system features, or lack of compatibility patches. There are two types of operating systems generally. Not only is there Windows 7, Windows 8, but within each of those you have a 32-bit and a 64-bit version. So there's a 32-bit version of Windows 10 and a 64-bit version of Windows 10, right? Both operating systems and applications come in two main versions. You've got 32-bit and 64-bit. 32-bit applications are designed for older systems with limited memory addressing capabilities. 64-bit applications are designed for modern systems with greater memory addressing capabilities and improved performance. Now, a quick note here is, of course, 32-bit is basically the lower version, 64-bit is the more capable and better version. This might be represented in a different way on your exam. You might not be told it's a 32-bit operating system. It might say instead x86, like it might show up as x86. And x86 simply refers to 32-bit. It's super confusing and it's very annoying, particularly when you consider that 64-bit is simply represented as x64. So you might be looking at this and you think, oh, 86 is higher than 64. So that must be better, right? No. x86 is representing 32-bit and x64 is representing 64-bit. So keep that in mind for your exam. That's something that threw me off when I was studying, because I took this exam with no IT experience myself when I was first studying for it, and that's something I had to wrap my head around. That was super confusing and unintuitive. That being said, general rules, 32-bit applications can run on both 32-bit and 64-bit operating systems generally, because the less demanding application can generally run on the more capable operating system. However, 64-bit applications can only run on 64-bit operating systems. They cannot run on 32-bit operating systems, simply because it's going to be a more demanding application, and the 32-bit operating system probably won't have the capabilities to be able to actually run that in the first place. So that's something you need to know. Now, distribution methods. So you've got a bunch of applications and you want to distribute them. There's a variety of ways you can do that. They can be distributed through various methods, each with its own advantages and disadvantages, or considerations, shall I say. Physical media. This is the traditional things we think about. So you've got CDs, DVDs, USB flash drives, things to that effect. This does require a physical device to install the application and may include installation instructions or additional software on the media. So it's a physical thing you can plug in. I guess when you think about the pros and cons, you could potentially lose it. You do need to have a physical device. Pros, it doesn't require a network connection, so you don't necessarily need connection to the internet because it's on a physical device. Downloadable installations. These are applications that are downloaded from online sources like the developer's website, online stores, or third-party platforms. They do require a stable internet connection for download, and they usually come as an executable file on a Windows machine, or .exe, which initiates the installation process. ISO mountable images. This is a disk image that contains the complete contents of a CD or DVD, including the application and its installation files. It can be downloaded and virtually mounted as a disk drive using software like virtual CD or DVD drives. It is useful for creating bootable installation media or running applications directly from the mounted image. So those are 3 options we have here. Some other considerations we need to make is the impact on your device. So your system resources, applications obviously consume system resources like your CPU, your RAM, your storage space, and battery power. You want to make sure your device has sufficient resources to run the application smoothly without performance slowdowns. Pretty intuitive, that one really. Software conflicts. New applications might conflict with existing software or drivers, leading to instability or crashes. Make sure you research the compatibility and check for known conflicts before installation. Security risks. Malicious applications can pose security threats like data breaches, malware infections, or unauthorized access. Only install applications from trusted sources and be cautious of granting excessive permissions. In relation to impacts on your network, applications can generate network traffic. Okay, so it can create more network traffic during the updates, using online features, or doing data synchronization. You want to consider your bandwidth limitations or data usage charges, especially if you're on a metered connection. We should know what that is from the last couple of videos. Network security as well. Some applications might introduce security vulnerabilities to your network. Make sure you have proper network security measures in place, such as firewalls and antivirus software. So the operation now, the impact on the operation, you want to make sure that you consider how the application integrates with your existing workflow and tools. You, of course, want to make sure that you consider how it's going to develop or the kind of user experience it's going to have. So are people going to enjoy using it? Is it going to be easy to use? Are they going to be satisfied using it? Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff. Consider the cost. Consider if it's a good return on investment. Is it worth the cost of actually training everybody to learn how to use this? Is it going to be enough of a return on your investment for that, or is it not worth it? Data security and compliance. Make sure the application does adhere to the relevant data security regulations and industry standards. So just think it through, all this stuff, before you actually install an application, essentially. Now, time for some questions. Let's see what kind of questions you might get on your exam. The first question reads, you're looking to download a new photo editing software program for your home computer. The software offers both a 32-bit and 64-bit version for download. Your computer runs a 64-bit version of Windows and has 16 gigabytes of RAM. According to the information provided, which version of the software should you prioritize for optimal performance and memory utilization? A, the 32-bit version, as it's generally smaller and requires less storage space. B, it doesn't matter, both 32-bit and 64-bit versions will run equally well on your system. C, the 64-bit version is recommended for optimal performance and memory utilization. Or D, you shouldn't download any photo editing software because it might slow down your computer. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1. Now the answer is the 64-bit version is recommended. Yes, 32-bit versions can run on 64-bit, but the 64-bit version should be used on the 64-bit architecture because that's what it's designed to be used for. You can run 32-bit, but 64-bit will give you better performance because it's specifically what it is designed for. All right, so make sure you do understand that concept. Now, the next question reads, you're helping your friend install a new game on their computer. The game only offers a 32-bit version for download. When you check your friend's system information, you discover that it's running a modern 64-bit operating system. What is the most likely outcome if you attempt to install the 32-bit game on your friend's computer? A, the game installation will fail completely due to incompatibility. B, the game will likely install and run, but performance might be limited compared to a native 64-bit application. C, you'll need to purchase a special compatibility layer software to allow the 32-bit game to run smoothly on the 64-bit system. Or D, there won't be any issues. 32-bit games always run better than 64-bit games on any computer. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming. 3, 2, 1. Now, the answer is B. The game will likely install and run, but you might suffer performance issues when compared to a native 64-bit application. So again, if you've got a 64-bit OS, you want a 64-bit application, but if you don't have a 64-bit application, you can run it. It just might not be as smooth as it otherwise would be. All right, so just keep that in mind. Now let's do this one. Next one, you're looking to install a new video editing software program on your laptop. Video editing is known to be resource intensive. What is the most important factor to consider before installing the software? A, the software's price. Expensive software must be better. B, your laptop's system resources. C, the color scheme of the software's user interface, or D, how many positive online reviews the software has received. Pause the video if you need more time. You probably don't for this one. 3, 2, 1, go. Your laptop system resources are the most important thing to consider. That one should be obvious, I hope. I shouldn't have to explain that too much. Last question. You're helping a friend install a new photo editing program, but you're concerned about potential conflicts with existing software. What is the best way to minimize the risk of conflicts? A. Ignore compatibility and install the new program anyway. Conflicts are rare. B. Research for known compatibility issues between the new program and your friend's existing software. C. Trust that the installation process will automatically detect and resolve any conflicts. Or D. Delete any software your friend hasn't used in a while to free up space for the new program. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1, now. The answer is B. Research for known compatibility issues between the new program and your friend's existing software. Okay, you always want to do your research before you download anything to make sure there are no conflicts. All right, so look, that being said, if you enjoyed this video, Journey to Cyber has my A+ 1102 complete learning guide, breaks everything down, not only by exam objective, but by every dot point within every exam objective, and we'll give you comprehensive notes, active recall questions, practice exam questions, just like you saw in this video, and then you've got those same questions randomized for an online simulated examination experience. Here are what people have said about my last learning guide. And for this one, I've actually made it so much better than what these guys are talking about. They said, your learning guide is goated. I don't comment a lot, but it definitely helps with organized information and helps me piece things together more easily. Thank you so much. Update, your notes definitely helped me pass my test today. Thank you. I downloaded your learning guide already, and I can see it will help me immensely with studying. I tried other popular resources, but struggled absorbing the material. Will you have one for the 1102? That's what I'm talking about right now. You can go grab it at journeytocyber.com. So, active recall questions, comprehensive notes, practice exam questions broken down by every dot point within every exam objectives. What else do you want? Over at journeytocyber.com. If you grab it, you'll be as happy as this guy. If you don't want it, then I will see you in the next video. Can't wait to see you there. Thanks, guys. Bye.